30-minute Vinyasa Flow. It's primarily for my athletes that might have tight hips and lower back, so we're going to release tension where we can, and then it also makes your muscles feel really good when we're all done. So let's start with our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to circle sweep our arms up, up, up. Big inhale at the top, and exhale as we bring our hands heart center. Big inhale, and exhale. Really grounding down our feet, maybe wiggling those toes. Keep extending out through our fingertips. Keep breathing. Big inhale. And exhale. A few more here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Good. Let's take our feet a little bit wider than our mat, and our toes are going to face towards the corner of our room, wherever that might be. Circling our arms up and gently bring our elbows to our sides. Inhale up. And let's add a little plie at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really drawing those shoulder blades together. Pushing down through the whole bottom of our foot. You got two more here. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time we're going to circle up. And we're going to bend those knees, tipping at our hips, sweeping the ground with our fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, circle, sweep down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bending those knees as much as we need. Last two. Circle up. And one. Good, and then gently bringing those hands back, heart center. Let's touch our toes together, right in the middle of our mat. Circle those arms up, a Saxon bend each way. You can go ahead and clasp those fingers, leaving those pointer fingers in tick-tock. Nice and tall, so you're pressing one hip away from your hands, and then gently back center, and then going the other way. Keep lengthening out through those fingertips. Keep breathing. Last one. Gently bring it center. And maybe we add a little back bend here. You can place those hands right at the small of our back as we press our hips forward, squeezing your glutes. And then gently bring it back center. Circle those arms up. Bring them heart center. Take your feet back to your hip distance apart. Circle up. And maybe we leave our arms up high as you sink low into this little squat. Circle sweep. And reach. Circle up. And if your shoulders get too tired from all the circles, you can leave them in heart center. And gently rise. A few more here. Last one. Good, circle sweep. This time we're going to gently swan dive down, keeping those knees nice and bent as we release our chest to our thighs and maybe our fingertips to the floor, nodding our head yes. And then gently no. Back to our yes. Good, and maybe we pedal our knees here where we bend one leg straight. Keep breathing. And then releasing both legs as long as we can, keeping that chest towards our thighs. Strong hands to the floor. Walk your feet out, finding your down dog. Press your heels low. Maybe pedaling our feet here. Go ahead and lift those heels high. Drop your knees low. Press your heels back down, lengthening out through the back of your legs. Lift your heels high. Drop your knees low. Press those heels back down. Two more times here. Lift those heels high. Press those knees low. Bring down those heels nice and long. Last time, lift your heels high. Drop your knees low. And press those heels down, maybe going back into our pedal. And breathe. Good, drop your knees here. Finding our child's pose as we take our toes to touch, knees apart, reaching out through those fingertips. Maybe finding our forehead to the floor. And rocking back and forth with that third eye. And then holding that child's pose, keep reaching out through your fingertips. Go ahead, bend at your elbows. You can clasp your hands here, finding that tricep stretch and hold. And then reach those fingertips long one more time for me. You're going to thread that left hand. I want to go underneath that right armpit, pressing down through that right palm. Finding a little resistance here as we open up that thoracic spine. Go ahead and gently release. Right hand threads underneath that left side, pressing into that left palm as you open up the thoracic spine on this side. And then you gently bring yourself back to center, pressing those hands right underneath your shoulders as your knees are aligned with your hips. Drop your chin to your chest, circling that upper back. Feeling this nice stretch as we move into cat-cow, bringing your head back through neutral. Big inhale. Exhale, drop chin to chest. Releasing through neutral. Big inhale. Exhale, drop chin to chest. And releasing. 2 more like this. And release. Good job. Last one. This time stopping in neutral. I want you to extend that right leg and have those good yoga toes and maybe our left arm, finding our balance here as we draw them both in, and then we press out, warming up our core. Inhale in, exhale out, reach. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, couple more, and 1. Go ahead and reset, hands to floor, knees to floor, extending that left leg long, finding those yoga toes and maybe our right hand. Inhale, draw them both in, and then we're gonna exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale in, exhale out. Two more here. Good job. Releasing those palms and feet down, taking those toes to touch again and sinking low into our hips, extending those fingertips long. Keeping this nice child's pose position, we're going to press up to all fours. Maybe you align those knees so they're a little bit closer to underneath your hips. And you're going to a modified chaturanga or a modified push-up. So as we go down, big inhale, exhale, and release into your child's pose. So we're warming up still. Big inhale. Nice and easy. Good. Bringing some mobility through those hips and your back and your shoulders. Almost there. 2 more for me. And 1. Go ahead and gently hold that child's pose. Reach out a little bit farther through those fingertips. Good, and then pressing those toes underneath. Finding your down dog, pedal those feet to walk your hands and feet together. About hip distance with those toes. Circle sweep all the way to standing. Big inhale at the top, finding heart center. Finding a little flow as we go here. We're going to go inhale up and sinking into the squat. So getting those quads, inhale, circle up. Swan dive down, keeping those knees bent as much as you need. Finding our chest to our fly. And release into a half back or monkey. So monkey, we keep our fingertips down. For a half back, you release your hands to your side. Whatever works for you. And then we're going to gently step that right foot back to start and drop that knee. Remembering to keep this left knee aligned with that left ankle. We press our hips forward. A lot of weight is going into those right fingertips as well. Breathe. Good. And if we can, maybe we step back and get these hamstrings. If our knees are able to, we can sink low and take a right arm across to that left foot. Otherwise, we would modify and maybe stay up higher and still release tension into that left hamstring. Do what works for you. And then gently press back up. And again, making sure that we have enough cushion on that right knee and that left knee is aligned with that left foot. This time, maybe we put more pressure on that left side, releasing into this left foot and releasing that right arm high, tipping towards that left side, really opening up our right side body. Keep holding, keep breathing, and release that right hand down. If we can, this left hand is going to reach around and find that right foot. Finding a nice intense stretch into that quadricep. If we're not there yet, that's okay. Someday. Releasing those toes back down in your mat. And stepping back into our down dog, pedaling our feet here. We're gonna walk, step, or float to the front of our mat. So here's where we can add that little hop. And it's a float. Releasing into our forward fold. Trying to straighten those legs nice and long. So one day that the chest's gonna be on those thighs and we'll have a nice straight leg. Circle sweep all the way to your start. Big inhale. Bring it down heart center. Circle sweep. Let's do this on the other side. So we're gonna sink into our squat here. Circle sweep. Swan dive down, straight leg, straight back. Releasing down into that fold. Maybe finding our monkey, fingertips low or half back, releasing arms to our sides. And then gently finding that forward fold one more time. Left leg steps back, keeping that right knee right above that right ankle and dropping that left knee to the floor. Releasing your toes. Hold it here. If you need extra cushion, we take that mat and we might flip it over. Keep breathing. Remembering we have options here, right? So if the hamstring hurts us, if we go too far low, you can stay up higher. Otherwise, we're reaching across that body, finding our cross body stretch. And if we really can get into it, we can melt into that front leg. Do what works for you. And then gently pressing back into that modified crescent lunge, making sure that right foot is below that right knee. This time, we're gonna add assistance with that right hand on your thigh, releasing that left arm high. Reaching out towards that right side, lengthening out your left side body. Keep breathing. Couple more big deep breaths right here. And then release that left hand down, tucking those back toes, finding both hands to the floor, stepping back into our down dog, pedaling those feet. Looking at your fingertips, we walk, step, or float to the front of our mats. Finding our full forward fold here, and gently circling our arms all the way up. Good, and finding heart center. Let's circle sweep. Sink low into those hips. Circle sweep up, keep reaching out through your fingertips. Swan dive down nice and low. Legs are getting a little bit straighter each time you forward fold. Releasing to that half back or monkey. Good, and then back into your forward fold. Right leg steps back first this time, staying into that high crescent lunge, making sure that left knee is aligned with your left ankle, releasing our arms high. This time, maybe we add a shoulder raise. So we're gonna clasp those hands behind our body, really opening up that chest, still staying low in our crescent lunge, squeezing that right quadricep, holding, breathing. Good, and then releasing your hands down to the floor, stepping back into our down dog. We're gonna shift our weight high into this plank. Maybe first time through, we take our knees to the floor, release our toes, tuck your elbows, bring yourself all the way down. Baby up dog, we might stay here. If you're ready, you can go full up dog, really pressing into those feet. Good, and then we're gonna tuck those toes, pressing our hips high. Looking at your fingertips, you can walk, step, or float to the front of our mats. Finding our forward fold here. Let's go ahead and nod our head yes, and then gently no. Back to our yes, and circle sweep all the way up, up, up. Resetting, circle sweep. Reach down to go low. Circle sweep up. Swan dive all the way down. Keep those straight legs. Releasing that chest to your thigh, hands to the floor. Half back or monkey, straighten out that back. And then forward fold one more time. This time as our hands find the floor, our left leg steps back, high crescent lunge. This side, nice and strong as we push into that right foot, releasing hands high. And maybe we find a shoulder wrench on this side. Still staying low in our crescent lunge. Squeezing that left quadriceps so we're strong in our stance. And releasing our hands down. Step back, high dog, down dog. Shifting high plank. Maybe this time we do not take our knees to the floor. We tuck our elbows in and we chaturanga. Pressing into the top of our feet or anything in between. What works for you? Tuck those toes, press your hips side. Pedal your feet here. Walk, step, or float to the front of your mat. Finding our forward fold. Nod your head yes, gently no. Back to our yes. Circle sweep all the way up, up, up. And finding heart center. Good job. Circle up. We're almost to the floor, I promise. Sink low into your hips. Reach those hands long. Circle sweep. Swan dive down. Find those chest to your thighs. Releasing half back or monkey. Good. And then gently forward fold here. Right leg finds that floor. And you're going to pivot, finding our warrior three so that your front heel aligns with that back arch of your foot. Releasing your arms up and then opening straight out. One nice long line. Hard without mirrors, I know, just do the best you can. Finding our reverse warrior, so go forward to reach back, and this backhand can slide and glide down the back of your leg or find a half bind. Stay low. Keep breathing. So this is a nice one for that right hip flexor. Releasing that left forearm to your left thigh, extending that right arm high. Good, and this right arm is just going to gently start gliding forward, and then maybe when it finds the corner of your room, you stop. You're lengthening out this right side body. Your vision can follow with your hand or can look down. That feels better on your neck. From here, we're going to circle this right arm down for 3, 2, on this last one, it's going to find the floor and plant, pivot that back foot, twist towards that left side. Maybe our right knee finds the floor and we release those toes if that feels better to you, or you keep it lifted into that crescent lunge. Keep twisting. Shoulders are stacked. Good, release both hands down, step back, down dog. Pedal those feet. Shifting into our high plank. Chaturanga down, see what works for you. Maybe it's those knees down. Baby cobra, full up dog. Tuck your toes, press those hips high. Looking at your fingertips, walk, step, or float to the front of your mats, finding our forward fold. Nod your head yes, gently no. Back to our yes. Circle sweep all the way up, up, up. And finding heart center. Good job, circle sweep. Sink low into those hips, find that chair pose. Circle sweep. Release all the way down, finding that forward fold. Half back or monkey. Again, finding that forward fold. That left foot's going to step back this time and pivot to find warrior three on this side, releasing your arms high and extending out long. Palms are going down to the floor. Stay low. Open up those hips. Reverse warrior, go forward to go back. That back arm slides and glides, or maybe you find your half bind. Keep reaching out through those right fingertips. Breathe. Right forearm finds that right thigh, extending that left arm high. Hold it here. Maybe this left arm starts extending up over your head and you hold it here so we really feel that line side body on that left side. And it's gently going to circle down for 3, 2. On that third one, go ahead and pivot that back foot. Maybe that left knee finds the floor, or we keep opening up to that right side and hold. Squeezing that left quad if we're leaving it lifted. Go ahead and releasing, so we're framing that front foot. Step back into your down dog. Pedal your feet here. We're going to release this right leg high for 3-legged dog and hold, maybe bending that right knee so we feel that right side open up. Keep breathing. Now this right knee is going to thread its way through as we find our pigeon, releasing down into our hips. Left leg releases to the floor. We can stay high if that feels good to you. If you want to start folding into the floor, you can. You can even relax into this where the forehead finds the floor. Just breathe. Nice job. A few more big deep breaths right here. Should be feeling a nice glute stretch. Keeping that left hip square, we're not opening up. Good, and when we're ready, we can stay here a little bit longer, or we can press into those palms. This left hand is gonna sweep around and try to find that left foot. Quadriceps stretch here. If you wanna add some balance to our practice today, you can release that right hand long. I usually find a pretty intense quadricep stretch here, probably from running. Keep holding. Good, and then gently release that back toe back down, pressing our weight into our toes, into our down dog. Maybe we shift our weight forward, finding our high plank and releasing down. Your chaturanga here. Do what feels good to you. Tuck those back toes, press those hips side. Pedal your feet here, releasing that left leg long. Good, open up this side by bending that knee and pressing down into your right foot. If you're ready, you're gonna take that left knee as it sweeps through, finding our half pigeon on this side, releasing our right toes down. We can stay here. We can start melting into the floor if that's in your practice. You can bring that forehead all the way down. We'll be here for a few big deep breaths. So find what works for you and feels good to you today. Good, and then gently pressing into those palms, we're going to circle sweep that right arm back, and maybe it finds our right foot. And if balance is in our practice, we release that left arm high. Keep breathing. Left hand finds the floor, releasing those toes down. We're going to sink into this left side as we sweep that right foot all the way around. We're going to bring ourselves down to the floor. More chest openers, hip openers. So as we release the floor, maybe we use those knees for back support. And rock side to side. Good, as we have both knees into our chest, we're gonna release that left leg long, keeping this right knee pulled in and then gently out towards your armpit and hold. Your head should be relaxed down to the floor. Keep breathing. And then you're gonna take that knee across your body, and I want you to reach out through those right hands. Hold it here. So you're still pulling up with that left hand on that right leg and hold. And then gently bring it back center. Squeeze it here. Good, extend that right leg long, pointing and flexing those toes. And circling out. And circle out the other one. Now we're going to draw that left knee up and press into this figure four stretch as that right knee is going away. And I'm going to turn so you can see a little bit better. Good. We're going to release that right leg long this time. And bring that left knee into your chest and then out towards your armpit. Hold and squeeze. Compression here first. And then taking that left knee across our body with that right hand, we're going to look in the opposite direction, releasing tension now in that lower back. Keep breathing. And then gently bring it back center. Squeeze one more time, extending that left leg long. We're gonna point and flex. Circle out. And back. And draw that right knee in so we find our figure four stretch here on this opposite side. Some of us might be able to draw that knee in really close to find a good stretch. Some of us might not need to even do that and feel a nice stretch. So do what works for you. And then release that figure four as you draw those knees back into your chest one more time. You use your knees to help you roll up to a seated position. We're going to finish with some seated stretches. So we're going to go ahead and start right here as we draw that right knee into a seated tree pose. And we're going to take this left hand as it slides and glides down your legs wherever it lands, and this right hand's going to open up. Look towards it. Hold here. And breathe. Releasing tension now in our lower back. This right arm is going to slowly start circling over. Keep reaching out through those right fingertips. Keep reaching, and then it's going to cross over this left foot, reaching towards that pinky toe, and hold right there, maybe melting that forehead down. Breathe. Releasing your hands so they frame that left foot. Good, and then pressing yourself back into the seated upright position, switching those legs out so your right foot is long, keeping that nice strong dorsiflexion, and that right hand's going to slide and glide till it finds wherever you want to stop. The left arm is going to open up, fingertips reaching out away from your body. Hold it here, big inhale, and exhale. Inhale as we start slowly bringing this left arm up over our head so we feel this lengthen out through that left side body. Keep breathing. It's reaching out towards that pinky toe on your right side. Hold it there. And gently start shifting as we release those hands to frame that right foot. Gently pressing up using those palms. Let's go ahead and find our seated forward fold. So you're nice and even on your sits bones. We're going to keep our feet flexed, so nice dorsiflexion here. We're going to circle those arms up. Big inhale. Exhale as we start reaching forward. Reach as far as you can. Wherever your hands might lie, that's where they're going to stay. Big inhale. Exhale, melt a little bit farther. You can gently nod your head yes and no. Back to our yes. And from here, wherever our hands are, we're going to go ahead and shift our hips. So pressing one hip away, and then that shorter leg is going to feel this nice stretch down the back. Breathe. Good, and then gently shift the other way, lengthening out that right side maybe, and that left leg getting shorter, feeling that stretch down that left leg. Keep breathing. And then center those legs one more time and melting a little bit farther. Maybe this time we point those feet, releasing tension that might have built up in the top of our feet. Good, and then just releasing. We're going to find and finish, excuse me, with a little bit of spinal twists. So taking this right knee, it's going to go up and over that left side, and we're going to twist towards that right side, nice and tall, like we're bringing out a towel. And releasing the other direction, those feet stay there, our hands find the floor, we're opening up that thoracic spine, big inhale, then exhale, one more time, inhale, and exhale, this time nice and tall, we're bringing those hands back around, finding that inside or outside of our right leg, twisting that towel over your spine, nice and tall. And then releasing back to our center. Right leg's gonna lengthen out, left knee bends. We're gonna take it across that left side or right side. We're gonna go ahead and start hugging towards that left side and hold. Nice and tall like you're wringing out a towel. Trying not to hold our breath here. And then gently releasing that tension as we swing those arms around, pressing down into the ground to open up that thoracic spine. That's our upper back. Good, and one more time, circle around. Hold it here, big inhale. And exhale. So we're gonna end with our mermaid stretch. We take both legs to one side. If for some reason that you have bad knees and this bothers you in this position, keep both legs straight in front of you. Your right hand's gonna grab that right side, left arm's gonna reach up and over towards those feet. And then releasing that left hand down, this right arm goes down, and that left forearm as you extend the opposite direction. Good, one more time, that right hand finds those ankles as you reach that left side up. Keep breathing. Good, and then this right hand threads through that left side and hold. Good, and then gently release, taking those legs to the other side. Finding our mermaid position here as we tuck those legs in. And these arms are gonna go up towards those toes. So to our left side now. And then gently release, or go in the opposite direction, maybe all the way down on that forearm. Keep reaching out. Good, and then one more time towards those ankles. Reach through those fingertips, lengthening out that right side body. And taking that right hand through the floor as we take that left hand as it threads through. Hold it here. And release. Good job today.